everybody, and welcome back to another Starfield video. We got some new mods, so let's get right to it. Our first mod is going to start here in the lodge, and we're going to head up to our own room, because in our own room is now a new starting chest with some credits and Starborn armor. So whether you just went through the Unity or start a new game, here is a nice little jump start. So in this chest right here in your own room is literally some starting credits and all the Starborn armor. So you can choose which armor you like, or you can sell it for more credits. The choice is yours. But regardless, you now have a nice option for when you start the game so that, you don't have to start at zero and just not be able to do anything until you start doing some missions. Yeah, that kind of destroys the point of the game, but regardless, some people might just want that extra boost, especially if they're about to go on their 8th playthrough. So yeah, so whether you just want some good armor or maybe you just want the credits, it's up to you. But here it is for you today. Now, I don't know about you, but sometimes it is so annoying when building Outpost. And what I mean by that is, you know how you put down some turrets, you got your whole row of turrets defending your base, or more importantly, defending your prized possessions, and I mean all of your prized possessions. But, of course, they require power like literally anything else. So, maybe you don't want wind turbines or solar arrays, because honestly, sometimes they just look atrocious and destroy the entire view of your camp. But we can fix that today. With fuel generator needs no fuel, you will now be able to put these small little generators, well, I guess they're not too small, but you get the point. A lot cleaner, a lot easier to just store behind a wall or something, and they don't need fuel. So normally fuel generators need fuel, and that kind of just destroys them because who the bleep wants to go and upkeep them? But not anymore. They don't need fuel and they always are running. So you could have all your powered electronics on, defending all of your prized possessions anytime, anywhere, any place. All you need is the fuel generator, needs no fuel, and you can just put them down and power up everything. Up next is Melee Madness by Zone 79. This mod adds what I believe is a cure to one of Starfield's biggest problems. Now, I don't know about you, but melee combat in Starfield can sometimes feel a little bit dull. I feel like there's like three melee weapon types, and that's it. Well, not anymore with Zone 79's mod. We now have over 50 new items, from daggers to dual blades to swords, batons, staffs, polearms, chainsaws, all for you to find like any other weapon. You can go ahead and buy them at any shop that sells weapons, like you would if you went to a trade authority or whatnot, or literally a store made for weapons. Or you can find them off people that you defeat or anything of that sort, loot them in chests or crates, whatever you want to call them, and all of that. And they are actually really cool. There is a variety to get, and literally this mod kind of makes it feel like Starfield should have had this in the beginning. I'm not gonna lie. There's also multiple different types of these weapons used by certain factions. So, fire and ice weapons are used by spacers, lasers and electric weapons are used by Ecliptic, poison are used by Varun, steel and Crim X weapons are used by Crimson Fleet, and chainsaws as well, and the Starborn weapons are used by Starborn. So there is a variety of different weapons to find and loot, and it really just kind of makes a melee game a lot more fun, I could see people doing melee-only playthroughs with this mod, because it would add a lot to it. And that's not only all. I don't even know what I'm saying half the time now. And that's not it. In the Outfitter store here in Neon is a special little version. The Neon Party weapons can be sold here, where when you're holding it, it will literally play the Astro Lounge music. Don't worry. There is another version that does not, but look how amazing it looks. It has cool little party lights coming out of it, some trippy effects, whatever you want to call it. It looks fun. It looks amazing, actually. I'm just going to be straight up. Probably my favorite looking one, just because of how crazy it is. And like I said, if you would rather prefer it to have music playing from the Astro Lounge, you can very well do so with the version that has music in parentheses. So now you can pull it out, and you know how like whenever superheroes pull out their weapons and then the music starts, it's like an epic battle? Well, now you can do that. Pull out your sword, and some awesome club music is going to start blasting while you're out there just slaying everything. And who knows, maybe when you slay them, they'll drop a new version of a weapon for you to grab. So overall, a wonderful mod that adds a lot of new loot to Starfield, and let's be honest, that's something we can all agree that we want. Up next, we're going to be going to one of the famous stores in Starfield. And by that store, I more mean Cosmetic Surgery Place, aka Enhance. So, for my Star Wars fans out there, Dark Corruption Sith Eyes adds a new pair of eyes that literally is just the Sith eyes that makes you look like you're extremely evil. And, yeah. I mean, that's basically the whole mod. It just adds new eyes that look like you turned completely evil. So whether you're a Star Wars fan, it's been a long day, or not, you can now have some nice evil looking eyes, which honestly just kind of fits both Starfield and Star Wars. So do with this mod what you will. Up next, we're heading to a shipbuilder, and anyone actually works. So in there now, when you go to the Habs menu, you will see new 1x1 Habs, and it's really just any of the old styles, but empty. And that is something I feel a lot of you shipbuilders are dreaming of. Matter of fact, you're probably drooling about it right now. So it literally takes all the 1x1 Habs in the game and changes them to be empty. Well, not really changes them, just adds a new one that is empty. So if you still want to have one or two in your ship that has the stuff in it already, you can still do that. Overall, this is a great mod for shipbuilders, and I can even say, as somebody who would not be a professional shipbuilder, that it is a must. DownfallNemesis strikes again. Outpost Habs expanded, adds literally a ton of Outpost Habs, and by a ton I mean 7, honestly, let me just show you here. So when you go into your menu in your outpost, you're going to build some nice Habs. You will see that there is now some new options for you. From things like luxurious to Aquila to a tin can looking one, which is oddly my favorite. But regardless, there are so many good looking ones to choose from, and I promise you that they are absolutely worth it. So checking out the insides of them, you will see that they all have a kind of distinct style. Like the luxurious one literally looks luxurious. It has beautiful lights, feels very modern, and a good selection of windows to choose from. And they are very good looking windows. In other words, they don't have that weird smudge that a lot of glass in the game I feel like does. It actually is very see-through and very nice. And as you can see, certain homes, like specifically the Aquila-based ones, actually have doors, so you do not have to go through airlocks, which, in my opinion, is amazing, especially if you're trying to build actual outpost home type places, more like a settlement from Fallout 4 or something. So now you have that option. And you even have ones that are my favorite, like this tin can looking one. I don't know why, but I love these type of homes. I really, really do. I kind of wish they were more mainstream in real life. I'm not joking. But regardless, they have great window selections, and they really just allow you to have your very own new feeling place that does not feel like the most generic outpost in Starfield history. And like I said, having the option for some of them to have just doors rather than airlocks is literally one of the nicest things in outpost building history. So with all of that being said, that's the end of the video. What did you guys think? Which mod was your favorite? And most importantly, which weapon are you going to use with melee madness? Are you going to use the main one, the Neon Party? Or are you thinking more of a sword or a dagger? Maybe a staff? Like, what you thinking? You got daggers, dual blades, swords, batons, staffs, polearms, and chainsaws. Which one are you guys feeling? And with that being said, while you're down there commenting that, like, subscribe, comment, share, all that good jazz, because we're going crazy with mod videos and Shatter Spaces around the corner, so why not stick around? So with all that being said, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and as always, I will see you in the Starfield.